This podcast is intended for adults 18 years and older. It contains explicit language and sexual situations. All thoughts and opinions expressed are of our own and not of those of any specific group, employer, or individual, and is not intended to take as professional advice.
Welcome to the Foreplay Podcast. Join the journey, experiences, and sexual adventures of two high school sweethearts navigating through the swinging lifestyle as millennials. Come along for the ride. Dare to play?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Foreplay Podcast. This is Bella.
This is Jase.
Today's episode is talking about things that we have unexpectedly ended up enjoying in our lifestyle journey, sexual experiences.
Yeah, we were talking one day about just some things that we've enjoyed that, maybe we didn't think we would have, or we would have never really thought about it. And then it happened, and we're like, you know what? We should make a whole podcast and write down like a list of all the stuff that we can think of. And I'm sure there's things that we're missing, right? I'm sure there's other things like sure. This is like a general overview, but these are just some things. Some of them I feel like are more yours, some are more mine, some are more ours together. And some of these things are things we do regularly. Some of these things are things we don't do regularly, but we still do enjoy, or I don't know, just all around that. And so we have a list, and we're going to kind of just walk through them. Talk about some of the fun, unexpected things. And it's a cool thing about the lifestyle because it really does introduce you to things that maybe you were unaware of, maybe you just didn't have any experience with. And the lifestyle is so cool in that way because you have things that you get to bring them into your own relationship. Or I guess sometimes there's also things maybe that one partner doesn't like and one person does, but then you occasionally do that in scenarios. Like, I don't know, it's just all cool.
It's such a big learning experience, and you're put in different scenarios that you wouldn't necessarily have with just you and your partner. And so you're able to experience so many things that you either wouldn't expect or didn't know you would like, or maybe you know now you don't like. Mm-hmm. And so it's really awesome to be in this community where you're able to experiment and experience so many different things and be with amazing people mm-hmm. to experience all of this stuff with. And there's things that we've experienced that we didn't like too, don't mm-hmm. get us wrong, but these are things that unexpected things that we learned that we have liked sexually, that we have figured out in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So
I think we have to start with the one I think is the most prevalent in our relationship.
Yeah.
And the one that I feel like we do with other people semi-often that I just never really would have thought about. That's choking or like breath play.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's breath play, but not so much breath play. There's lots of different ways that you can do breath play, but we specifically really like the light choking mm-hmm. of breath play. Mm-hmm. And the way that this came up actually wasn't... I was fucking this guy. This was a long time ago, too.
Yeah,
it had to be like
it was like Halloween, 8 or 9 years ago. I still remember it was on Halloween. It was our first orgy.
Yeah, first orgy
ever mm-hmm. Is when this happened. But yeah, you can go into it was like 8 years ago probably.
Yeah. And he was fucking me missionary, and he put his he kind of traveled up my neck and then started choking me. And that's the first time, now thinking about it, it probably wasn't the best way to go about it. And so that's other things in the lifestyle too, right? On paper, you would think that, okay, if however we do it now, whenever we're with people, we ask first, we'll kind of slowly kind of put what if we're making out or whatever it is, or having sex with other people, we ask, do you like choking? Is this okay?
Yeah.
And so
I need a verbal yes with choke. I mean, obviously a verbal yes with all consent stuff, but if you're fucking someone missionary and it's not and you've already got consent, I'm like, oh, can I also fuck you, dog? Those things
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those very specific things where even if someone takes my hand and puts it on their neck,
yeah, I still
say, do you like being choked? Or if anything is too hard or anything, tap me. Whatever it is, I always tell people that. But
and so
anyway.
With this man, he actually didn't ask, but he did. I would have stopped him if he like if it went too far or anything, okay, I'm thinking about it, right? I'm like, if he would have asked me, I don't know. I mean, I would have been happy that he asked, but I don't know if I would have necessarily said yes to that because I didn't know. I didn't know that I liked it, like, you know? So it's like kind of an interesting experience. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
It does
it's
to
like,
me.
Yeah, like you should be asking.
But if you,
But
but
if you
because you
don't
didn't
know-
know, it's kind of like what made you, like, would you have been open for it? You don't know. But since it happened, you ended up liking it. So it's kind of like a weird scenario because probably should have been asked, but if you would it have ever happened?
Yeah.
So I
I'm not
understand what you're
saying
saying.
that that's what people should do, okay? I'm not saying you should do that. I'm saying that, like, I do think that you should ask.
But for your specific scenario,
Yeah, like,
or maybe the whole theme behind this is if there's something that you're not sure about, if you can try it in a safe space, maybe be open-minded to trying something that you don't know if you'd like. And if you
Yeah.
don't like it, then just very clearly stop it. That's okay. But you never know what you might actually be open to that you wouldn't have thought you would have been. So I think that's like the consensus behind this whole entire podcast is everything should be asked, when it's things like that, but just maybe be open to it, to trying the experience, because you never know what you're going to like.
yeah, exactly. Because I did feel safe with these people. And so, yeah, exactly. I'm, like, going back and thinking about it. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, choking, like light choking, and with us, like, it's really about, well, for me, it's really about, it's not like, this isn't like a tutorial or anything, okay? Like, I'm not giving a tutorial. I'm just saying this is how I like it and how fun it is for me when it's done like this. But it's not like a choking where you're like pushing your hand back into the neck. Okay, it's more of like a light squeeze on the sides, but you're still with one hand. And it's so hot, and it's like we incorporate that a lot in our sex and with other people too.
Yeah, we do it
when
with
they like
each other very often and with others semi often. I feel like there's a lot of people in the lifestyle who do like choking.
Well, who we've been
Well,
with.
who we've
Yeah,
been
yeah,
with, who we've been with. And yeah, I always think it's fun too. I've had women choke me. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Like, it's one of those things where, like, if it's flowing right, like, I'm like, at moments, like, and yeah, but I more like choking than being choked. I was gonna say, do you ever choke?
I like both. I don't choke men that much. I don't know if they usually. I will, like, if they ask, or if I kind of put my hand kind of like by their neck, and if they put it there, then I'm like, okay, then I know, and then I will. But it's not something that I typically like go towards. But when we're with women, like if we're in like a foursome or more, like if we're in an orgy, it's happened a lot where like you would be fucking me or you're fucking her, and then I also choke her, like ask her she what, and then she likes it. So I have choked a lot of women, and I love choking women when they're getting fucked by either you or somebody else.
I like fucking you or someone else and choking both of you at the same time.
Yeah. So I remember we did that. Oh, was that like the first time when we were on the Atlas cruise with that girl? I don't know if that was their first time, but that was so hot. And it was so cute. She was like, oh, you're kinky.
Yeah. I think that probably was the first time that ever happened.
Yeah, when it's like two hands from the same man or woman choking two people. Oh my god. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, that's so hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like I would say is probably like the one that we learned that we use the most.
I would say this other one would be the second most is hair pulling.
Yes.
We never did much hair pulling, and whenever we did, I didn't know how to do it right. And then we had a friend who did it to you, and that like changed everything for how we hair pull and
Yeah, it was Jesse.
yeah.
It was the first time we played with Jesse, and it's the way that he pulled it was just different than how most men pull hair, which is like kind of like I'm not saying like pull by the ponytail, like that kind of thing, but it's not usually a scalp pull. But the way that he did it, he like put his hand like close to the scalp, like not like the end, but like kind of, and then like lightly pulled that way, and that made a big difference. And it's so hot. And so, yeah, that is something that actually I never pull women's hair though.
I
I've
pull
never
women
done that.
hair
You pull women hair.
occasionally.
Yeah.
Like when they like it. The position I pull it most in is definitely doggy.
Oh, yeah, because you pull up.
I'll pull up.
And then, yeah.
And sometimes I'll pull up and I'll like bring them up to me, like with a nice scalp pull. It's sexy.
Actually, I think it's actually hotter when you're not pulling up though. So you should do that more often. Like, cause I don't know, I can't remember what position we were in. This was years and years ago, but it might have been doggy. Maybe it was. Well, it had to be. I'm doggy. Couldn't have been missionary.
It's not just hair pull,
'cause it
just
was like-
doggy too. It just depends. I feel like I choke you more than pull hair.
But you should do the hair pull a little bit more.
I feel like I pull your hair way more than
Yeah.
anybody else's for sure. But
You should incorporate that because it is hot.
Yeah.
Where it's like you kind of just like pull a head to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're doggy and it's just kind of like,
just a little bit of.
yeah. Yeah, do it more,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, that's another one that I didn't know. I knew that it was the way that it was pulled. I didn't know I liked it like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next one we have written down is shibari, which I feel like is definitely more your thing. So I feel like you can speak more on. I can talk about my feelings towards it too, but I feel like you should speak more on this one.
So shibari was...
Which also, what is it for anyone who doesn't know? Sorry.
Shibari is rope bondage, and it's the Japanese art of rope bondage. And there's the shibari where you can be tied and suspended, and it definitely goes more into kink than swinging. Like I would say the kink scene and the swinging lifestyle scene are like pretty different. There is a lot of like there's dungeons and there's kink on like at events and stuff, but I would say like the communities are pretty different. But actually how I first thought about shibari, like thought that I might be into shibari was on our very first Bliss cruise. There was a couple who's actually, they're our friends now, but he was tying shibari on his partner out actually by the pool. And they weren't like, they were guests of the, like they were like normal guests of the ship. Like it's not like he was a,
instructor
or anything. Yeah. Like they weren't putting on a show. Like it was just literally like he had his rope. He likes rope. They do shibari. Like she's his rope bunny, and he was just tying like actually it was just like a very simple like diamond like karate tie. And I was like, that's so cool. I would just remember like sitting in the pool like looking up and watching them. And at that point we were so nervous to talk to anybody. Like I don't even know if we really became friends with them until like the next
Just when the
time
next
we
cruise
saw
we became
them.
friends, yeah.
But that was when I was like, I think I want to try that. And so then I went home, and it was like it was a little while later. I actually saw like somebody else on TikTok or Reels or something, and she was doing a self tie. And that's when I really got into it. I was like, oh, you can do it by yourself. Because so I'm the one who does shibari, and I do self-tie shibari. So Jase doesn't do any tying or anything.
I just admire.
Yeah. And I love how it looks. I love how it feels. I also haven't been suspended before. I think I would like to try it, but with me, I think if we're like getting deep down into I think when it comes to that, I like being in control of that. And I don't really like the dominance factor of it. So I don't really like tying people either. I really like doing it to myself. I like how it feels on myself. I like, and I love how it looks. So I wear a lot of shibari whenever, like with all of, like our theme outfits and stuff. I would say I wear shibari probably half of the time. Like I always have some kind of rope, incorporated with my outfits, which I really love. And yeah, it's really awesome. But that is something I didn't know that I would have liked until I saw it on a ship.
I just think it's really pretty. I think it's cool. We've fucked when you're wearing shibari, and I think it's very sexy. But it's not like I'm like that's more sexy than without it. Like I just think it's also sexy. But I do think I love how it looks with all of your outfits. So I think it's cool. I guess I don't really have that much to add to that one because I don't really do much. But I love how it looks.
We usually don't fuck with shibari on. Even like I think I've only like maybe a handful of times had kept my shibari on, because usually it's on top of my clothes, and I can't unless like, well, I could No, it's pretty hard. It's kind of hard to take off like my lingerie under the shabar. So that's why usually whenever we play with others, it usually comes off. But it is the times that we have played with it on is pretty hot. I
You
do
can
like
almost
it.
use like a harness. So you can like pull on it.
Yeah, I've done that before
which
with
is
them.
which is pretty sexy.
Yeah.
The next one we have is dirty talk. This is something that I feel like we never did at all in our relationship before the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And still, I'll go into my dirty talk before more than you. I don't dirty talk to other people as much as I do to you.
Do you ever? Have you ever?
I'll on occasions. I'm very into like telling people like how hot they are or how much you want to fuck them or how sexy they look or things like that. I'm sure I've said good girl once or twice to a couple people, but I don't like dirty talk a lot besides just like complimenting like in like a
Right.
breathy like try to like sexy way. I feel like with you sometimes I feel like I get into like a dirty talk
Yeah.
vibe and I'll tell you things. I don't know. I think that
Things.
I feel like sometimes it just makes me if I'm having to like think about it, I feel like it makes me nervous and I don't do it. But like when it's just like flowing out naturally, like I told people like how tight they were before and like things like that I feel like are a little bit. But I'm not like crazy with dirty talk, but
I wouldn't say I'm crazy with dirty talk either.
I'm definitely
you'll-
more so than I used to be.
Yeah. Like Jase will tell me like I want you to come for me, things like that. He'll call me good girl. I don't think I ever dirty talk with you.
You more dirty talk with women.
Yeah.
I feel like, or like in groups, sometimes I feel like you just like,
out, yeah.
or like randomly with guys too. I feel like you just like randomly have like,
It like only comes out when it's I don't know where it comes from. Cuz I wouldn't say that I'm comfortable doing it, but sometimes it just comes out. And
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily would say I mean, I do like doing it, but it still kind of makes me nervous, but I do like when it's done to me. So I think it's more like that. And it doesn't happen like that often, I would say either. But there's been because it doesn't happen so often, I think when some things are said, it like really sticks out to me too. So
Yeah.
that's like, yeah, that's something that
I like it like moderation. I feel like if it was like
can't be the whole time.
the whole
yeah.
time, you're like, oh, that's like for me personally, like it's not my thing, but like I do like it in moderation, using
Yeah.
it. And I mean, I've had people say stuff to me too, which is always sexy too. Like I like when women say stuff to me as well. So it's dirty talking Joe, but we had never done any
Yeah.
sort of talking before we got in the lifestyle. Also, I will say with lots of these things, maybe with time we would have experienced them more, but literally when we got in the lifestyle, we had been together for like, what, 7 years? But because we were so young, we hadn't had sex the first like couple years that we were together. So it had been like 5 years of us having sex whenever we got into the lifestyle. So maybe with time, we would have figured out more
That's
without being in
true.
the lifestyle. But
Yeah.
like we probably would have dirty talked. Some of these I know we wouldn't have done.
Yeah.
At least very rarely, a very rare chance. But like dirty talking, yeah, maybe with time. But well, it happened during the lifestyle, and so that's a fun one.
Recently, we were fucking, and then we were in an orgy. Jason and I were fucking, and then another couple was partnered, and they were fucking, and she was also sucking another guy's cock, and then he said that he went to come in her, and then I don't know where it came from, but I was like, yeah, come in her pretty pussy. I was like,
That's fucking. I was like, whoa.
and I don't know where it
Where'd
comes
that come
from.
from?
I don't know, but yeah, that lifestyle brings it out of you. Maybe it's just like because it's like in group scenarios and it's just kind of like all happening all at once. I don't know.
Like it does. I will say, like group dynamic sex does create like a different atmosphere. Sometimes because you just see other stuff like going on, and I feel like sometimes when you're just having sex together, like it's just so in the moment, right? And like not that they're not in the moment, but like you're just like paying just attention to each other. But then like when you're fucking and other people are around, sometimes you're like fucking, but then you're also looking. I think it just like creates a different environment. So I
Yeah.
can see like why that could bring that out for that. Oh, the next one is back kissing. This is one that I mean I do to you because you like it, but this is something that you didn't know about that you discovered what like 2 years ago or something, and I feel like we do it. I do it pretty often now.
Yeah.
To you.
So it's like foreplay, and it was actually with Jasper, and because I was I think I like rolled over and I was like gonna kiss him or something. He was like, no, 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 wait. And then he started like kind of kissing up my back. And that was really hot. And so I think it's just like back kissing, like maybe neck, and just doing more of that. I don't know. Maybe it was just because I was face down. Maybe it was like that kind of foreplay. I haven't like quite done like we hadn't done like that before, but I did like that. But I don't think I want it every single time.
Yeah, I do it to you like whenever we're fucking doggy. I'll just like kiss your back.
So I like it more like when it's before, when it's like just foreplay. I think it just like gets in that like sexy mood and stuff. Whenever I know I'm like thinking about it now, I was like, really? I think it's because like when we're, especially if I like have a vibrator on, and I probably can't feel you kissing.
I was like, I kiss your back like all the time.
Really? Like all the time I didn't know.
Yeah, like for like 2 years.
Well, like I know like a little bit before, but I think it's like.
That is so funny. I mean, it makes
Now
sense. I
that we
guess
know.
I guess if you have a vibrator, then like
Yeah, like I can't. There's like so many things because all he was doing was kissing my back, so it's like focusing on like that one.
And I don't do it
thing.
like for a long time. Like I'll give you like 5 or 6 or 7 kisses. It's not like I do it like a long time. Like it's very gentle and light. So I mean, it's just funny.
But now we know. Yeah.
Now we
More
know.
like one thing. That's funny. Okay. Next one is what do we have
Oh,
here?
this next one is something that happened to me that actually happened kind of recently. The story time hasn't come out from this one. So I fucked this girl, and so she loves to use her nails. She's very like touchy, and oftentimes like when you're sitting next to her, if you're kind of close, like you're touching her, she'll take her nails and she'll kind of like gently scratch you. Like how do you describe that? Like you do it sometimes to me like randomly, but she just
They're kind of like I think like scritches. Like it's almost like you're lightly going from the bottom up. Like it's not really scratching. It's just like very light touching, but only with like the tips of your nails.
Yeah, like I've always liked how that has felt, just in general. But she had been doing that to me. We were at this like event and we were together for several days. And like as we were flirting the first couple days, she had been doing it to like to my arms or to my legs as we were talking and kind of like I guess touching. And then whenever we were fucking, I was eating her out, and I had my hands like up on her thighs and up on her boobs at some point. And while I was eating her out, she did that nail thing to my arm. And it was really interesting because I feel like to me, I love how that feels. And there's several like BDSM type things that I feel like are more common in BDSM that I love how they feel, but generally don't feel like sexy to me. So for example, like we were at a dungeon one time, this guy showed us knife play. I liked how knife play felt, but it didn't make me feel like sexual.
Right.
Same with like a lot of just sensory touches. I love massages. Like I love things like that, but I don't feel sexy from those things. Like I've had people use like cold metal on me and stuff like that. I love how it feels my body, but it doesn't really feel sexy to me. It just feels like some sort of endorphins or something like that. This was interesting with her nails because it was happening during a sexy thing. Like I was eating her out. It was like foreplay type stuff. And when she did it to me, it felt like this interesting mix of like, I guess that BDSM type, I don't know, whatever you call that, like that endorphins or whatever it is, but it like felt sexy to me because, well, the sex part was sexy. And yeah, it was just sexy. It was
the sensation of it.
the sensation, yeah. The sensation of the sex type stuff with that was just like hot together.
Right.
One of those things I said, I wouldn't want it like all the time. Like with her specifically, since like that's her natural thing, like it felt very natural and felt very sexy and fun. So one of those other things that like you wouldn't expect or you wouldn't think about. Now I will still say, like with knife play, because the guy who was doing the knife play, like and showing both of us, was like, imagine if she was sucking your dick while I was doing this. I was like,
you're like,
I don't want that. If there's a knife close to me, I don't want anyone sucking my dick. No, thank you. But like this, because it was like just such an easy, light thing. It wasn't even like a toy. Like it's just her hand. Like her hand's just there. That's why I think allowed it to feel so sexy, and that crossover between like a BDSM and a sex type thing for me, which normally I just don't have any connection between those things.
I wonder, you know how it feels really good on your back? Like when people do that usually? Like it's kind of like in their back, like kind of like down the neck. I wonder if you were getting a blowjob and I was doing that, or someone else was doing that to you and I was giving you a blowjob, or whoever. Like if your dick was getting sucked at the same time, I wonder if that would feel good or if it would feel overwhelming.
I think it'd feel good because I was just thinking, I was like, I bet if I was like fucking somebody, like doggy,
Yeah?
and then someone like did that to my back, I feel like that would probably be like, so once again, not all the time, but like on occasion, I would probably enjoy it. I don't
Okay,
know.
We'll try that next time. Like
Yeah.
because I haven't thought about it until just now either.
Yeah,
So
because I've always
next
thought about it.
time
It's just,
we'll-
I was just eating her out. Like it's never been when I was getting
yeah.
like, I guess, like a sensation, like a sexual sensation. Like I still was because I was turned on because I was eating her out. But yeah, I feel like I feel like specifically if I was like fucking somebody doggy and like, or if I was fucking you doggy, right, whichever way.
Well, what
and
about
then-
missionary? It would be the same thing, right? Well, not missionary if you're on top of her, but like missionary
If
when
you're
you're
up, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, for some reason, dog, you're just so upright that I just feel like in my head that's the one that would
okay.
feel the most natural or easy.
Ooh, okay.
We're
I'm
going
gonna
on a
try
cruise soon,
that. Yeah, like a
and we
few
have some
days.
friends on there that I think it's gonna happen with. So you could try to scratch my back when I was
I'll do
fucking
that.
her. But yeah, you're right. It might feel overwhelming.
I know, like I'm wondering.
Like it
'cause
might
it's,
feel
like,
too
so-
much sensation,
uh-huh.
but because I wasn't like getting any, it's like sexual sensation. It was just the sex that like maybe that's where
Yeah.
that like maybe there would be a line where I was like, oh, I don't like it as much. But once again, like I said earlier in
Yeah,
this podcast,
you just never know.
it's good to
until you-
try because I
yeah.
would never would have known that.
Yeah.
So
we would never would have thought to try that. So
yeah. The other one is also one that someone did to me that you've done to me occasionally, and it's something that very rarely happens, and I feel like it only happens when girls like really like to do it and have like this confidence in doing it, and that is like taint touching. I don't know if that's like the right word for calling it that, but like taint play. I don't know. What do you call that? Clearly I don't do it very often. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know if it's taint play because it's not like going in at all. It's just like barely.
It's that
touching
area
that
in
spot.
between. Yeah. I've had multiple girls like over our decade in the lifestyle. It's not been a lot, but like when I was fucking or a blowjob or something, kind of touch that area, but like in this nice pressure way. I really like that sensation. You've done it to me a couple times, and like I said, it's one of these things. A lot of stuff like this, I feel like it's something I don't want all the time. Like I like choking pretty regularly. I think the dirty talk, stuff like that. I like, but like this is one of those things like when it happens and it's just I'm not expecting it because most people just don't do it. It is sexy, and
Which is so cool about having a lot of experiences too with a lot of people. Like this is the best part of being slutty. Like is people have sex in so many different ways. And so you take things and you learn things like from so many people. And yeah, but like that's another one of those things that I just wouldn't have known or thought to do. And then afterwards, after the experience, when we sit and we talk about it and we bring it up like, oh, like they did this or she did this or he did this. And then you're able to incorporate that in your own sex life together. It's so cool. And I guess with other people too.
yeah, because I said there's things like that. Like you don't do it to me very often, but I think it's something that you don't. Not that you don't feel confident in, but it's just not like your natural disposition, right?
Yeah.
So that's what's also cool because, like you said, some things I feel like are so easy to bring into your own relationship, but then some things like that are something that we don't really ever do. But it's kind of fun for me when somebody else does it because then it's just like a new, different experience. So I think it's cool because if there's something that somebody really loves to do that maybe you and your partner don't love to do, like you can experience those things
Yeah.
with other people, but then you have the things you both enjoy a lot that you can experience together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's like really neat. I think that people like don't realize either is like, it's not like everything you learn from someone else has to be brought into a relationship.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it can be fun just to do it with other people because that's how they do it, but it's not something that your partner loves per se.
Yeah, but it's fun to do with them.
Yeah.
Because it's always more fun to experience something that's like if somebody really likes to do that, it's fun to experience with that person who really likes to do that.
Yeah.
Like it's not like as fun or like as like if I wasn't comfortable like doing something.
Yeah, like you don't
He,
dirty
like,
talk
still
to me
gets
a lot,
that-
right?
yeah.
So, but some women dirty talk a lot.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of fun because it's not something that you always do, and that's okay. Like I love how I think the biggest thing is like as long as you and your partners love how your sex is going and you're incorporating the things that you want to together, the other stuff is just like fun when it happens if it happens, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting and cool, but I think people don't think about those aspects of it.
This podcast is brought to you by us, Bella and Jase. If you're going on a vacation, or maybe you have a gift that you want to give your other lifestyle friends and you're looking for lifestyle clothing, we have the best apparel on the market for you. We have not only clothing, bikinis, swimsuits, we have backpacks, tumblers, cups, anything that you can name, we probably have it. You can find that at foreplay.com/shop.
Let's say you're at a party, you're going on vacation, things are moving a little bit slow. Maybe you want some conversation to flow. Maybe you want to move stuff towards play. Well, we have the perfect game for you. It's called Foreplay the Game. It is a digital and physical lifestyle icebreaker game, and you can find out all about it at foreplay.com/games. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com/games.
If you don't have a lifestyle vacation planned, a resort or a cruise planned, why not? You can join us. You can find that at foreplay.com/playcation. We have not only information about the events and trips that we'll be on this year, but also other options for you as well. And it doesn't cost any extra for you to book through our links, but helps us a lot, helps us continue to be able to make this type of content for you. Now back to the show.
Ooh, the next one is yours. Girls riding with a strap on.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely a group play thing, because we wouldn't have been able to experience that without group play. So that's definitely a lifestyle thing. But just strap-on play in general, I think, is so hot, so sexy, and so fun. Both ways, getting fucked with the strap-on or using the strap-on. But getting ridden by a woman when I'm wearing a strap-on is so hot. Like, it just looks so, the POV of that. And I recently was able to experience the reverse, but it wasn't like quite right though, because we were on like kind of a small bed, so she was kind of straddling me, and she couldn't quite get up. It was more like a reverse doggy. Which you wouldn't be able to experience because I was obviously was a strap on, so the dick was like
bent downward.
Yeah, it was like bent like in a way that a dick should not be bent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of like laying down. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Then
It's kind of doggy-ish.
Oh, okay, that's true.
It's doggy-ish. It's
but
not
it was
like
just like my
full
head was
bent down. Yeah, I'm usually set up a little bit, and it's like still, it's doggy.
So it wasn't really even reverse. So I still haven't experienced that. I still haven't experienced when I'm laying down with a strap on, and then a pussy gets leg gets thrown over. Yeah. And I get to see that riding. But to see that position is so hot to see. And I love strap-ons. But I've never pegged anybody before though. I don't know but we're not ass play people, so I don't know if that's something I would try it, but I don't know if that's another thing in the lifestyle. Somebody asked me to, I'd be like, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So be open to things. I guess I said once. That's what it. So part of this podcast is be open to trying something and maybe try something twice if you semi-like it, but you don't know. So the next one is the idea of group play more than just swapping. And what we mean by this is when we had our first full swap, I was fucking the wife and you were fucking the husband. And we were swapped, but there wasn't as much group involvement. You and the wife are doing something together, but not as many bodies were all kind of touching and intermingling.
And I wouldn't say that because Jase isn't bi. So it's not like we can really, really have an everybody group play experience, but we have learned that we enjoy more when, I guess it's more just when at least the girls are both bi, because girls can be kissing, or one of the men can be kissing somebody and then touching a boob, or it's just whenever there's more hands and we're closer together in the group experience, versus whenever we first got into the lifestyle, it was more you would play with another woman kind of next to me, or we would be not really interacting,
almost parallel play with the different partners.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so that's something that we learned, that we actually really enjoy it more when it's more group stuff.
Yeah, it is still sexy. There's still most foursomes. I feel like we still end up having those we're playing not where everyone is all
Yeah.
right next to each other. And that's actually something too, because then you can talk about like, oh, I don't know if you saw this part, but like I did this or you did this. But it's like, yeah, if I'm fucking you, but I'm touching your boobs and another girl's boobs.
Yeah.
Or that husband, you know what I'm saying? Or that, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just when everyone's kind of,
When it's more than just two separate
Yeah.
couples fucking, basically is what we're saying. And
Yeah.
that's not something that, I mean, we always saw it, it like looked hot, but like once we actually experienced, we were like, yeah, this is how we like to play.
yeah. And there's fun positions. Like we have these friends that call it the teeter-totter. It's like, so you were riding the guy and someone's sitting on his face, but then you guys are giving me a blowjob. So it's like everybody is involved in a position together.
With
I just-
that same couple, like with them two, Storytime hasn't come out with them yet, so you guys haven't like heard all of it, but that four-way connection was like incredible. Like she was fucking me with a strap on, he was fucking her, we were sucking your dick together, like things like that, where it's just so much going on.
It was barely ever playing
Separately.
Yeah. Like it was almost at least someone was getting touched by two people at once almost the whole time. It seemed
Yeah.
like it was hot.
Yeah, that
So
one. I wish we got to see them more, but
yeah, but that is one that we like. I think it makes sense, but like we just didn't know. And
Yeah.
It was definitely more me with the wife, you with the husband, like
Yeah.
just separate at the beginning. Okay, the next one is something that we recently talked about as well on a long car drive, and the realization of it always is sexy to me whenever you're, and like I don't think this is really dirty talk per se, but there'll be times whenever you will tell me like I want to see you fuck her or go fuck her, or you've told me before when someone was sucking my dick to like come for her. But this thing of, I know in general, right, in the lifestyle, I know you like to see me with other women. I know I like to see you with other men, like, and women, like that's part of compersion. Like I know that, and we know that. But the physical hearing it, like when it's happening, of hearing like you want me to go do that, it's just like it's sexy to me.
yeah.
And same with, like I said, you've told me like I want you to come for her, like when I've been with her. Like it's just, I don't know, it's just sexy. And there's just something I really like about it, but obviously I wouldn't have known that before the lifestyle, because I mean, well, I hadn't talked to anybody else, but it's still something that I didn't know I would like that much, because I
Right.
know that compersion's already real. Like I know that you like seeing me with other women, just like I like to see you. Like it makes sense.
I think it's more dirty talk
I guess it
like
like
that. It's like
it feels like dirty talk, but like a variation of dirty talk.
yeah.
Like I feel like it's kind of different than, because I feel like so much of dirty talk is generally you with the person you're fucking.
Right.
This is more you, like, or if someone else did it too, right? Like if some other girl, which has happened before too, which I really love, like has been like, I want to see you fuck her. There was a woman one time when we first got into the lifestyle that she was a single woman, and we were kind of all kissing, and then she said, I want to see you two fuck. And like
Yeah.
that was sexy to me too. So something about, it's almost dirty talk, but whenever it's not between just the two people that are involved together, it's like someone,
It's like someone telling you to do something to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that like I wouldn't say that's is it a submissive like kind of thing or not?
no, it's not a submissive thing, because it's not even like, oh, I want you to do it this position or this. Like it's just the,
Is it the idea of somebody wanting to see you do something to somebody else? But like hearing it, like audibly hearing what they want to see you do?
I think so.
I see.
I think so, because I mean, I guess it's the same thing where I like telling women or kind of moving women into position that I like. So I feel like that's pretty normal. Like I feel like I am pretty dominant in that way. But when a woman tells me, hey, lay back, I'm gonna suck your dick now. Or I don't know, I want to see you. I don't know, whatever that thing is, like there's something about the, I guess just audibly hearing, like when we've already, obviously, if me and you are in a room and we've gone back with a couple, I know you want to see me fuck her. I know that that's part of the thing, right? But hearing it, I guess, just feels
I think that's
sexy.
just, yeah, I think it just comes down back to dirty talk then. It's like you'd like to hear it being said. So, right? If
But
you're,
it's like I
is
like
it,
to know, like I know that you feel that way, but you telling me that you feel that way during just like feels sexy to me. So I guess it is like a form of dirty talk, but it feels like slightly different than normal dirty talk. Because it's
yeah.
not just like, oh, you're so hot. Oh, you're such a good girl. It's not those types of things. It's an individual action. And it's even more so with somebody else. So it's not even just the like, I want to ride you. Like that is sexy. I do like
Right.
that. But it's the, I want you to do this to her. Or I want her to do this to you, right? Whatever
Yeah.
that is. There may, I'm sure there's some word for that or something.
I'll have to look it up.
But that's another one. And the last one is one that is definitely more yours, which we incorporate, and that is a praise kink.
Yes, it's the whole good girl thing. And it's the whole, I didn't know this until we were with a couple and the other husband, I don't think they were, the other man, he said to me, good girl. Like he said those words, those two words together. And I was like, I've never heard that before. And I really liked that. And then we like looked more into it, found out it was a praise kink. And it's just telling me that I'm doing a good job, or like that I'm so good at doing this, or you like how this feels because of what I'm doing, anything like that. I had no idea that I liked until it happened. And it's really interesting. I'm a very I love psychology, and I love getting down like deep into like, why do I feel this way? Why do I like these things? It is like innate in me to find out the reasoning behind everything, and especially when it comes to like psychology and just like the human behaviors and actions like that. So I highly recommend, if that's something that you guys are into, is like really like think about like why do you feel like that, or like why does this come out in this way, or like why does it make me feel this way. And I mean, I don't really want to get down into like a therapy session or anything like that, but it's like, because I didn't quite get that like growing up, and it's usually ties to your childhood, like crazy, like it makes sense, but it's like you don't really think about these things, especially because when it like comes to sex, and like you don't think about like your childhood and like how you grew up whenever you're thinking about these things, but it like usually comes back down to that. And it's like, oh, it's growing up in, you know, Asian household, always being like, I was just expected to do this and this and this, straight A's, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm sure so many people can relate to this, and just feeling that way, and then just like not quite getting, like, it's just something I knew I had to do, and I knew I had to do a good job just in life in general. And so whenever it was like, I guess like in that sexual way, like being said that those things in normal life, I actually don't like being, I don't need that. Like, right? Like, I'm not saying that I don't actually really don't like when people like tell me I'm doing like a good thing at my job or whatever it is. Because I feel like I already know I am, but it's something like sexually that it does something to me. Even though I know I'm doing a good job when I'm having sex. I know I'm good at sex. Like, but it'll make me like go even like harder or something. So I do find that very interesting, and that is something that we have definitely incorporated a lot. I would say like praise kink and choking is like the most that we
And the hair
incorporate.
pulling,
And the hair
probably.
pulling,
And I
yeah.
guess shibari too.
Oh yeah, shibari, because I like wear it all the time.
And see, like praise kink, also kind of with whatever that thing I was talking about. Also with dirty, they all kind of are dirty
Yeah.
talk ish. So they all kind of, I go hand in hand. But I feel like they all deserved their own little section. But I think the biggest underlying message of all this is like what we said earlier, is just you never know what you're gonna like.
Yeah, be open.
And especially in the lifestyle, like be open to what those experiences are. And sometimes you'll learn things that you don't like. Like for example, voyeur or exhibitionism.
Oh yeah, we do not
Do
like
not like it at
exhibitionism.
all. We have tried it. But see, if I wouldn't have tried that, then I wouldn't have known. And so I'm glad I have. So like I think that you have to just know that if you're going to try new things, you are not going to like all of them.
Yeah.
Guaranteed you're going to have ones that you don't like, but no harm, no foul. You move on and you learn you didn't like that, and that's okay. So yeah, be open to it. But I always like things like this going and just I guess kind of reliving things and talking about
Yeah.
things and getting deeper into them together, because this just sounds like conversations that me and you have.
Yeah.
This is kind of what we just talk about, like on
Especially
a
on
car
long
drive or
drives,
stuff like that. So we'll just go into things like this, and so hope you guys enjoyed that. But let's go ahead and jump into Belle and Jace's weekly obsessions. Would you like to go first or second, Medea?
No, we'll go second, my dear.
Okay, I have two. One is Henley shirts. I
Oh,
really
you
like
look so good in a Henley shirt.
I really like Henley shirts. And what a Henley shirt is, generally I would say most of them are thermal. They don't have to be. The ones that I feel like I like the most are thermal. And it's like a long sleeve t-shirt that has generally like 3 to 4 buttons. So you can kind of unbutton the top. It's kind of like a slutty long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
I feel like.
It's not like a polo, but it kind of like, imagine just like the buttons of a polo and it goes a little bit lower.
But it's a long sleeve shirt with no collar.
No collar. Yeah, no collar. That's
So it basically just has the polo buttons.
polo buttons. Yeah, but it goes a little bit further down.
And they're usually long sleeves. And yeah, no collar.
And you unbutton a few of them.
Yeah, I just really like them. It's generally in Austin, it's not that cold, so I can't wear them very often.
But it's
But
really
I-
cute when you like pull up, like if it's like a 3/4 sleeve, like you don't usually wear
Yeah.
actually long
It
sleeve.
still gets a little hot though.
That's true because it's pretty tight.
Yeah, but I do like them a lot, and so I've
You
been
look
wearing
so
those.
good in them.
I have, and I know I could just go buy a Henley for like $10, but I'm a big thrift store person. I love part of clothes to me is I like thrifting. I like looking for stuff because if it's something I really need, like if I need a pair of dress pants, okay, I'll go buy them, whatever. But I didn't need these, and so over the last probably 3 months, I have acquired a black, a gray, and a white Henley.
Do you have a
And I-
brown? You have a brown one? Oh, I thought you had a brown one.
No, I've been looking
Shoot.
for one. But said I could go buy one if I wanted one, but it's just fun
But
to
you
me.
can't kind of because like if I haven't seen.
I could buy one
them.
online.
Oh,
I
that's
could
right.
find one, but like I just like looking for it. And so that's like
They
part
have
of
to fit a certain way, you know.
that's like the part that I enjoy the most is going and looking for them. And so I said a few, and I've enjoyed the hunt to find the items I look for. So
Role model wears these Henleys all the time, and he looks so good in them. And then so Jase was like on the list. I didn't really know. Like I knew you were looking for Henleys, but like he found one and he wore it one day, and I was like, "You look just like role model," and he was like, "I know." And then so Wisdom K, is that his name?
yeah, the fashion influencer.
Yeah, he made this video not too long ago, and somebody asked him like, how can guys dress slutty? And then Wisdom Kate, like I was watching it, and he said there's these 3 things that you can wear that are just very slutty for guys. And I showed Jace, I was like, this is literally you. You do all of these things. So Jace's style is just slutty guy.
Yeah.
And it's a Henley shirt, a baby tee, and a tank top.
Yeah, you could also crop top, which I feel like is pretty slutty. Like when you
Crop
lift
top's
your arms
slutty.
up, and you have a little bit of.
Yeah, a little bit of skin showing.
Yeah, I feel like that's slutty too. He didn't talk about that one, but I think that one also is.
Yeah.
I like dressing slutty. And I mean, obviously my theme outfits are slutty
Yeah.
as hell. But I like dressing, I guess, semi-slutty.
I
Wearing
wouldn't say
normal
it's
clothes.
like slutty, but it does feel like
But with guys, it's much difficult to really dress slutty. I feel like it's
yeah, that's true.
like the
I guess.
most
Yeah.
equivalent you can do.
It's so cute. I love those 3 things, and I think never see guys wear those. I've never, especially in the lifestyle, I have not seen one guy in the lifestyle who dresses like you, and I wish like, oh my god, where are you guys? Are you listening? If you're listening to this podcast, can you please book a fucking cruise so I can meet you and suck your dick? Keep
Maybe
the
we got
baby
next-
tea on.
We got the next cruise. Everyone's in Henley's the entire.
Actually, I think I posted that somewhere. I can't remember. I said something about a baby tea. Oh, because like every like celebrity guy that I like
Like Harry
also
Styles or something was
yeah.
yeah. one, I think.
wears stuff like this. And it was, I think I posted something. It was a collage or something. It was him, Dylan Minnette, role model, and maybe Benson Boone or Pedro Pascal, something like one of those. And they had the baby tea, and I was like, oh my god, guys, and baby teas, blah blah blah. And then one of our friends, he was like, okay, next cruise, let's get all the guys to wear baby tees for Bella one day. And I was like, yes, please, so cute. But you have to like have a certain vibe though. You can't just like wear a baby tee and
Call it a day.
yeah, like if you don't look confident and like also have the right pants with it, like you can't be wearing not cool pants. I'm not saying like skinny jeans and a baby tee, you know? If you're gonna do skinny jeans, it's gotta be the other slutty way where you're wearing the open, or like a little bit of a flowier shirt that's a little bit unbuttoned, like Harry Styles circa, what is that, 2013, 2012? Back
Probably
still
some
in
way
like,
back then, yeah, like in the One Direction days.
I miss that style. Like I love the skinny jeans with the Chelsea boots with the shirt. Like Jase used to wear that all the time, and now like freaking it's like not like as like the other styles, like it's more I guess like in right now. So you haven't like worn it in a while, but I do miss that
Yeah, I
vibe.
liked that style a lot.
But it should come back. But it takes a
It
lot
always
to bring.
does. One day it will. But I
Yeah.
saved all of it so that way when it does, I don't have to rebuy everything. So
And not saying you have to wear things when it's only when it's in or anything, but
But I don't
you've
like
just
now that
been-
I've changed. I don't like how as much as it looks right now either. But I feel like I
Yeah.
will at some point. That's just how style
yeah.
changes over time. But I do have one more obsession too, and it's the movie. It's called Solo Mio.
That was so good.
So it's this movie with Kevin James, and the premise is, it's not gonna give anything away, is this guy's supposed to get married and he gets left on his wedding day and he decides to do his honeymoon by himself in Italy. And I loved it. One of my favorite tropes is a romantic comedy while traveling abroad. It's one of my favorite tropes. But the movie was just so cute. The character and character development and all of the people that they just like I don't know, it's so good. And we went in and I was like, we'll go watch it, whatever. I loved it. I thought it was so good, and I'd highly recommend if you're a romantic comedy person or a travel person or just want a nice movie to laugh at. It's funny, it's
Sweet.
sweet, it's very makes you feel good. It's just a really good really really good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So
I forgot about that one. That one was really good. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did. I thought it was going to be like Paul Blart or something. You know, like I haven't seen Kevin James in that role. I don't know. But I mean, I don't know how many movies I've seen of Kevin James. We do watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
That was really good though.
yeah, it
It's
was, I
definitely
mean,
a
maybe a
different role
little
for
bit like I
him.
loved Hitch. Like it wasn't like Hitch exactly, but he was a little bit less goofy. Well, he's kind of goofy in Hitch. He was a little bit less goofy in this.
Yeah.
I mean, still Kevin James, he's still a little goofy, but like in a good way. I just really liked it. So Solo Mio, I don't know when this will come out exactly. It might be on streaming by the time this comes out, but we watched it in theaters and I really liked it.
I've also really loved watching romantic comedies where where the main couple is like older, like in their, I think they're what, late 40s, 50s or something, where it's not
Probably. You said what's
only
called
based-
Second Chance Love or something?
yeah. Well, it's not really second chance because so he'd been divorced before. So it's like you're finding love later in life versus so many romantic comedies are, of people in their 20s and stuff. So anyways, yeah, that's a really good one. And my obsessions, my first one is a movie we watched. Okay, hear me out, okay? Like, if you've watched this movie and you're a reader, I know you probably fucking hate this movie, but I really enjoyed the Wuthering Heights movie with Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi. And I have not read Wuthering Heights yet. And honestly, when I watch movies that are based on a book, I prefer to watch the movie first and then read the book after, because 9 times out of 10 they fuck up the movie, and then you go into the movie with expectations of the book, right? So if you can separate the book and the movie and just like enjoy the movie, or like watch the movie for it as a separate entity, as a very loose adaptation, I think you could enjoy Wuthering Heights. But it is hard to do that when you've already have attachment to it. And so that's why I do, even when it comes to watching movies or reading books or consuming media, I like to go in with like as little knowledge of it as possible, so I can go in and form my own opinion just based on what I'm viewing. And I really liked Wuthering Heights. I thought that it was sexy and kind of stupid at times, but I loved how campy it was. The visuals were gorgeous. We watched it in IMAX. I love Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi. I will say I think the characters are like insufferable, but I think they're supposed to be. And it was just
the
like
sets and the costumes.
yeah, the costume design. Oh my God.
It was
Just
awesome.
beautiful. And yeah, aesthetically, I really enjoyed it. Parts of it did. And I feel like I love it. Like I love the movies 50 Shades of Grey and Twilight. It feels like that kind of thing where I know it's not like, it's definitely, I wouldn't say like a great movie, but there's just something about it that I really enjoy and I really love. And my second obsession is I crochet a lot. I don't know. Have I already talked about this before? If not, maybe, I don't know. So if you crochet a lot, then you might know that pain that you have in like your forearm, or it's not even your forearm. Like usually I think it's like tennis elbow.
I call it hooker's elbow.
Hooker's elbow, yeah, it's hooker's elbow. Although I don't get that. Maybe if I'm not given enough hand jobs, maybe I'd have the same elbow if I was hand jobbing all day. But yeah, I'll get this pain like above, I don't know, like under where my trap is. Not my traps, what is my triceps, like right underneath, not my traps. But I started wearing this forearm brace, and it has completely changed my life. I don't get pain anymore, and I can crochet for hours and hours and hours, and I don't have to take breaks as much as I used to, and I don't have that pain, and I highly recommend it. Mine is from the band Body Procs.
We'll have it linked down below, yeah.
So I highly recommend if you're a crocheter or a knitter, and yeah, it's changed my life. And that is the end of the podcast.
And well, thank you guys so much for listening to that, and we'll go ahead and hit you with the outro. Bye!
If you'd like to support the show, you can leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to our podcast. All our information will be listed in the show notes below and on our website, fourplay.com. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we make videos and vlogs about the swinging lifestyle. Head to fourplay.com/YouTube to watch and subscribe. We have the ultimate adult party game for the sexually inclined called Foreplay the Game that's both digital and physical. It's perfect for breaking the ice and spicing up any party. You can find more information at foreplay.com/games. We also have the best swinger lifestyle, kinky, and adult humor clothing and accessories that you can find at foreplay.com/shop. If you're looking to plan a lifestyle destination, booking through our links at foreplay.com/travel really helps support the show and helps us be able to continue to create this type of content for you. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and more. You can find all our current social media accounts at foreplay.com/socials, and I have an OnlyFans, which you can find at onlyfans.com/BellaLunaVIP. We also have a Facebook group and Discord community and would love for you to join us. You can find the direct links in the show notes below. Lastly, we're on STC and Cassidy at Foreplay, and you can get a free full membership trial by using our link. You can email us at hello@foreplay.com with any questions or comments, or head to foreplay.com/ask. Again, all our information will be listed in the show notes below, and we thank you so much for listening to our podcast. See you in the next one. Bye!